Hi everyone, I'm Inane Babbler, and welcome to another episode of RimWorld. If you're wondering who Mookie is, why they're laying in their own room as a prisoner, and also where 3 of the colonists went, specifically Zega, Rice, and someone else that I can't remember right now, check out the last episode up above. For now, let's play. Okay, so Zyph is still hurt from a fight that he had with Fluff. So Fluff generally wins. She kind of lost last time, but not fully. Not fully. Zyph's the one still in the hospital. I mean, we could just say that. So let's see. What do we need to work on this episode? We need to work on food. We have a bunch of corn up here that Andra, so now Andra is going to take care of cutting food and harvesting. But we need to get some things planted, otherwise we're going to have a big issue. And we really don't have anybody that's good at planting things. Andra's going to learn, but it's going to take her a long time. You know, as a matter of fact, she's actually prioritized to grow. And she's harvesting this for some reason. Let's switch her over to sowing the rice area, because we're going to need rice pretty soon. And I think when you're cutting, you can really botch it. And so if your skill's not good, you can go from like 22, I think, is the maximum yield right here. And you see some that are 14. Or 11. I guess that means she messed up. Yeah, the yield is 22. And now Andra is harvesting the cotton plant. So she really wants to harvest instead of doing grow, even though grow is... Oh, grow. I didn't know this. Okay. So grow is not just sowing crops. Grow is also harvesting crops, planting seeds, replanting trees, and sowing crops. Plant cut is to extract trees, cut plants, and prune the Goranlin tree. And all this time I thought that grow just meant sowing. It actually means harvesting as well. So we want Martin to also be a 1 on that. All right, well, then let them do it. Let them do what they want to do with it. She's at level 2 plants. She's going to get to level 3 fairly soon. And then we'll have another good farmer. So Andra, last episode, had some sort of inspiration and was able to make a large sculpture that's of excellent quality. The beauty is 410. Wow. Where can I install that? How big is it? Oh, it's right here. So I wonder if this should definitely be in the great room. This should be in the dining room because, again, it's going to be something that everybody passes by. So, do we want to put it right in the center? That seems a little lame. Yeah, we're going to do it though. Let's put it right in the center. And then I'll rearrange around that. We could always move it. 410 beauty. This room right now is 2.6 beauty. I wonder how that's going to translate. So Fluff is over here, going all the way over here to clean animal filth. That's really a problem, walking all the way over here for that. I should at least have some sort of pathway to get there. That's what we really should work on at some point. I'm not going to do it right this second, but I want to kind of segment out our pathways because they will use them because they'll walk faster. And then a good tip that one of you important viewers out there shared is to not have Shah come into the hospital. So let's change the area where Shah can go. No animals. Let's make no animals allowed in the let's see. I don't want animals in the hospital or the kitchen or the fridge. I mean, pretty much anywhere else. Oh, you know what? The medical lab and the medical storage. That's all. Shah can go anywhere else. Well, Inky also. Inky the iguana. And then I'm seeing here we have a lot of alpacas and cows. We have 2 cows. So we're going to need to get to a point where somebody's actually handling this area. That's going to catch up to me. And going to be something that becomes an issue. All right, we got Cloth just hanging out there. Corn, she's back on corn. That's okay. Okay, so I think I said the beauty in this room was 2.6. Now it's 7.81, which means it's beautiful. Yeah, because that sculpture adds 410 beauty to that one spot. And it, I guess, averages out the whole room. So I guess technically it would be better to put it in a smaller room, but everybody interacts with this room every day. So I think it's better. It's better to have it in here. What I'm falling behind on right now is with the animals. They're producing alpaca wool. We have 38 in stock already in here. Actually, 38 is here. This has not even been hauled over yet. Who's our hauler? Okay, Andra is set as our main hauler, but she is currently also a grower. And she's going to be fully occupied with that, so honestly, she can't be a hauler. And Fluff is a problem to be a hauler because when she has her Go Juice deficiency, she only can haul 38 instead of 75. But I also want her to be my main cleaner. Galvin, what's Galvin doing? If we look at Galvin, he's our miner. So he's a miner. That's going to be a thing that we're going to have to watch. I'm going to set that to a 2. It's going to be less of a priority. He's going to need to be our main hauler. Yeah, he's going to need to be our main hauler. And then secondarily our miner, or if we need to prioritize him to become a miner. And then Galvin, what can you carry? He can carry 60 with a speed of 3.5. So his body size is 0.8. So instead of being able to haul 75, he only can haul 60. But he's our best option right now. So he's going to be our main hauler, and we're going to start to see things moving around a little bit better. All right, great. So now let's start thinking about what we do with our different other areas here. I have a prison just thrown up here. I have a sight stealer still locked in there, which we're probably just going to wind up killing at some point. I have a pen all the way down here. That's quite far from our main area when they're going to need a good amount of attention. So let's rethink this a little bit. Here's our main base. We have 5 people in the base right now. We can comfortably fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms for bedrooms. And if we do it on the other side, so we could fit 10 people. And that's with each person having their own room and everything else being okay. I'm pretty comfortable with having a base that can fit 10 people. I think 10 is plenty. And more than that would be maybe too much. I do think we'll need to have barracks somewhere for any kind of overflow. And something that occurred to me after the last episode was that we could have captured that person that was at that component work zone or whatever. We could have kept her as a prisoner. And then when those people came, they said they would buy things, including prisoners. So I wonder how much they would have paid. But we did make a decision to not do that. But okay, so we'll need 10 bedrooms. That makes sense. Barracks, that's just something we'll also need. But that can be kind of cramped. That's overflow. That's like, we're in a pinch. That's what I'm going to do for that. So I actually think the barracks could kind of almost go right here. And that truly is just for overflow. So I'm just going to plan it out like I did a while ago, not actually build it. But if we say, literally, here's a bed, another one. I'm going to do 3, even though they don't take up 3. Just do that. We'll have 6 beds. Okay. With entry right there. This is going to be a hallway. There's going to be a door. There's going to be a hallway and a door at the end. And so we'll do this. We build a room like that around it. And we'll say that you can exit in 2 spots. We can exit, let's call it there, and maybe there also. And maybe we'll do that too. I don't know. So that means the hallway will extend that way as well. Something like that. So barracks will be there. The barracks will be in this area. And then we'll have 10 bedrooms in the rest of the colony. All right, so we'll get to that. This is our armory, which is a little bit... Do we need an armory? Yeah, we'll keep an armory for now. What kind of floor is that? There is no floor yet. We are going to need another research area. So right now we have 1 research table. We're just going to have to leave that for now. If we ever need to move out of that, we'll address it then. Okay, so all of that was really just because I want to start thinking about our farming. Bright green means really fertile. So bright green is really fertile. Regular light pale green is 100% fertile. And yellow is 70% fertile. So we want to obviously avoid those areas. We don't want to do hydroponics, even though we can. It's a waste of components. We don't need it. The only time we'd want to do that is if we were trying to use up some of the sandy area that doesn't have any soil. So let's not worry about that. Right now we have Zyph as the main cook. When the 3 people come back, we'll have another cook. But Zyph's priority is cooking, as is Martin. We need that. And then once that goes away and we have enough food, they'll go ahead and do some growing, whereas Zyph will do some constructing. I want there to be a minimum of 40 meals. We have a mad ostrich. A local ostrich has gone mad. It will attack everyone it sees. All right, let's activate our little crew. Kill it. Kill it before it becomes a problem. It's actually running this way anyway. Let me get rid of this fertility. I'm going to back them up actually a little bit so that all 3 are here. There's no reason to be risky. So it's downed. Does that mean that it's no longer maddened? Let's just kill it. Okay. Let's take a look at our food situation. I'm saying here, cook fine meal, that I want 30. Let's just say we want 10. And when we drop to below 8, we'll when we drop to 8, we'll unpause and make more. And then for the simple meals, kind of the same thing, but just more. 40. We want 40 in stock. That's a good amount for 5 people. And when they come back, it'll be 8 people. And when we drop to 29, we'll make up to 40 again. And right now we're at 18. We're at 18. So it shows that Zyph can't be building right now. He needs to be crafting along with Martin. They both need to be cooking. Okay. So back to fertility. You know, how do we want to handle it? Do we want there to be a farm very close to the base and then that impedes our ability to expand? That's a little bit... We could always shift it. I guess that's easy enough. Yeah, so let's think about that. How much do we need? How big of a farm do we need to support this colony? And let's call it a colony of 10. 10 plus a little. I mean, right now we have plenty of corn. We just don't have enough cooks. Is Galvin hauling? Yep, he's hauling. It's going to take him a little bit to get caught up, but he is hauling. And so we have 192 for rice, that was 121 for rice. This is Devil Strand. And then we had corn, 175. And some of that. I think the corn can stay there. I think the rice. I think the key for this is, instead of having such large fields, is to have smaller fields that then maybe we can stagger a little bit. Because right now what keeps happening is all of our harvest happens at the same time. So I think that's what I need to do. Let's make a new zone, new grow zone. And we're going to do it like this. We're going to say this is grow zone. Hey, Alpaca 1 gave birth. That's sand, so I really can't do anything there. All right, let's make a grow zone. Zyph's fully healed. Great. How big do we want to make our grow zones? Something that's a little more manageable. 192. Oh, 121. So that must be 11 by 11. What's 7? How's 7 by 7 feel? Like, these are just going to be rice fields right here. We're going to test this out. So that's 49. So that's 196 total, right? 4 times that. Yeah. So that's 196. And this was what again? 121 and 192. So these 4 fields right here, can I expand and not, so I could expand it and not actually intersect with the other one? Okay, well that actually changes it a little bit. Let's make it, let's make them right next to one another then. There's no reason to keep them separate. Yeah, there's 2 different zones. Let's make a new one. Oh, so I didn't mean to expand that one. I meant to make a new zone and make a new zone. Why did that expand? These stayed separate, but that one's expanded. Grow zone. Maybe I rename it as test zone. New grow zone. And that expanded that way. How about we do this? Those are all separate zones, and now we expand. Okay, they're all separate now. Rice. Rice in all of them. We're going to allow sowing only on this one. This is really just an experiment to see how staggering it will work. Being able to control that. This may be too small to really have a real effect. I just deleted those two. Andre, I wish you'd finish this up. What's your skill at? You must be at least a 3 and probably almost 4. No, you're almost at 3. Almost at 3. Okay, yeah, because you have no passion for this task. So you're not really into it. But once you level up, you'll get there. Galvin is hauling. That's a lot of cotton and a really inefficient way of getting to it. How about we build a sandstone door right there? Zyph, you can abort just to build that door, because that will really save Galvin a lot of time. All right, great. So after Galvin wakes up, instead of him coming like to this field here, then coming down here, and then going through the door here, he should just be able to go in and out of that door. Sometimes you just need to watch your colonists and see what they're doing and then fix it. How long for that quest until those people come back? They'll return in 12 days. Rice, Zega, and Phil. Yeah, so Zega was a builder. Rice was our researcher. Phil was a crafter. I just got rid of that grow zone for trees. And we have a quest available, Waste Drop. I already know I don't want to take it, because this is similar to last time, but let me read through it. Jaden, a Stellarch of the Exodus Empire, has a special request. He has produced an abundance of toxic waste packs that he does not wish to store. If you accept, Jaden will deliver 90 toxic waste packs by transport pod. If not kept frozen, toxic waste packs will dissolve over time, polluting nearby terrain. We'd get a lot of medicine, a good marine helmet, and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to take that. I have no way to manage that right now. Oh, Bull 1 has started to roam away. Martin, go grab him. So anyway, about toxic waste packs. If they're not frozen, they start to cause all kinds of issues. If they are frozen, it's not a big deal. So what I'm thinking needs to happen is, I mean, we have a mechanoid issue too at some point. We're going to want mechanoids, and mechanoids they make toxic waste packs as well. So we need to figure out a way to manage toxic waste packs. And what I'm thinking makes sense is when we learn how to make geothermal generators. So here's a steam geyser. We'd put a geothermal generator on top of this to make, I think it's 3,200 watts of power. There's another one right there. There's one down here. And I'm sure there's another one. So there's another one down here. Another one down here. So what we could do is we can kind of like make a toxic dumping facility down here or something, and be able to power it with 2 steam geysers. That would be plenty of power to run, say, 10 coolers. maybe have some batteries and stuff like that. We probably wouldn't even need that many coolers, but we'd be able to have redundancy. And that would really help us. So that's a long-term goal. We don't even have geothermal generators yet. And I think a geothermal generator, if I look, we need microelectronics. Then we can make, where's geothermal power? Right here. Oh, we don't even need microelectronics actually first for that. I was doing that for the medicine production. But if we do geothermal right here, the generator needs 340 steel and 8 components. I need to learn how to make components. Is that through a fabrication bench? Yeah, I think a fabrication bench allows me to make components. So if I make a microelectronics, research that, research multi-analyzer, and then research fabrication, then I'd be able to make my own components. Ultimately, what will need to happen then is I'll need a whole lot of steel, and look at all the steel that's just waiting to be mined. I have, it's 40 is the mining yield. And I mean, how much is here? How much is that? I can't go over to the left of that line. Okay, so 385. And then there's some missing spots and all that. So, I mean, maybe it's 300 here. Maybe it's like 300 if we kind of mirror that. 250, 300. So you're talking 12,000 steel, approximately. And I'm sure there's more steel somewhere else. And I could always go to another map. All right. Now let's figure out cotton, because I kind of went nuts. I didn't realize what the yield was. Harvest yield is 10. Okay. If we go to a tailoring bench, the average t-shirt requires 40. So, you know, having something like 500 in stock, that's plenty. And so if the yield is 10 and we had a 10 by 10 little area there, that's 1,000 cloth. And this area is 225 instead of 100. So this is way oversized. Way oversized. But that's fine. We're going to adjust. And we're going to make this, what did I say, 10 by 10? So that should be 10 by 10. Yeah. So 10 by 10, that's 100, that's 1,000 cloth. That's plenty of cloth. And I could stack it in 75s. So it would take up like 13 or 14 slots here. Spaces. All right, that's plenty. Probably even too much. That's too much. Because we want Devil Strand as our main thing. So I did 8 by 8 just there. That's 640. No, that's good. That's plenty. So Devil Strand, let's talk about that. The yield for Devil Strand is 6. And I'm pretty sure it takes the same amount of materials, but let's just double check. So a t-shirt, go here, change the material, Devil Strand. Where does it say how much you need? 40. So also 40. It takes much longer to grow. So I don't just want 8 by 8. So I'm going to just double it. We'll just double it. Oh, that's intersecting sand. I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll do it this way. Oh, I expanded that again. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that's cotton. Let's rename it to cotton. This is going to be double strand. All right, that's double strand. We're going to delete this zone up here. This is all rice. And that's my whole like little experiment with sewing and how long it takes and all that, which I'll probably abort at some point. So that's 8 by 8. This is 16 by 8. That'll be plenty. What else do we want? So this over here is kind of the grow area for crafting supplies. What else is there that's a crafting supply, if anything? A hop plant, a psychoid plant, a smoke leaf plant. That's for crafting. Yeah, that's for crafting. It's not for consumption. So I'll call that for crafting. But I also don't think we need a lot of it. So let's experiment there. What's a tinctoria? A genetically engineered flower-like crop which secretes a self-altering dye. Tinctoria dye can be coaxed into different colors and used to change the color of walls, buildings, and more. So that's how I dye their clothing and make them happier, because they all have favorite colors. Well, I don't know how much of that I'm going to really need. All right, next, smoke leaf plant. I don't really see a lot of that happening in this colony. A psychoid plant, a leafy plant which generates the chemical compound psychite, originally evolved as a defense mechanism to ward off plant-eating animals by overstimulating and sickening them. The psychite drug can be extracted and refined into various forms for recreational use. It is addictive. Don't really want that either, but I may need that at some point. Hop plant. A flowering crop that yields hops, an essential ingredient in beer. So beer, I think, is pretty harmless. I think it could be addictive as well, but I think it's harmless in this context. So fiber corn, an inedible fibrous plant which produces a small amount of a wood-like substance. So does that mean it's actually really wood, though? Harvest yield is 2. Growing time is 6 days. What's the growing time for a cactus? $5 days, and with a yield of 15. So what is the advantage of a fiber corn? The fertility requirement is 20%. Light requirement is 30%, so that means it's always growing. So that's deceiving then. That means you could grow it by torch, because a torch gives you light of 50%. Okay, I don't really care about that right now. Drago tree. We skipped something. It was from medicine. Where is it? Heal root. Heal root, a slow-growing plant which yields herbal medicine when harvested. Sowing and harvesting heal root are both very labor-intensive tasks because of its delicate shoots. Healroot was selectively bred for centuries by settlers. It is sometimes also called healer's hand by tribespeople, a nickname it owes to its 5 major medicinal virtues. It takes 7 days to grow it, and it yields 1. Let's just check something before we go further. Medicine production takes 1 herbal medicine, 1 Nutriamine, and 3 cloth. How do I make Nutriamine? Nutriamine is a synthetic precursor chemical. I don't see how to actually craft it, so I'll have to look that up. And it also needs herbal medicine. So we need herbal medicine regardless. And that takes... doesn't say what that takes to actually craft it. But we know we're gonna need heal root. And that's... we should have a little garden out here for that, I would think. Yeah, we should probably have a garden out here for that. Kind of have a little airlock system happening over here if I was to make an entrance. The door there. Like if I did a garden right there like that. For heal root. Yeah, I feel like I'd want to store the heal root with the medicine. Does heal root, does it deteriorate? So that means harbinger trees sprout. Harbinger trees have sprouted nearby. These gnarled trees grow flesh-like coverings and can feed on corpses and raw meat placed nearby. If well fed, the grove will continue to grow. In a tribal myth, these trees are the emissaries of a shapeless god who rules an endless black ocean. The myth ends after the shapeless god reaches up from the water and tears down the sky. So we have 2 more over here. 2. And we have 2 down this, 3 down this way. No, we don't. What happened to all of them? There was 3 here. I bet you the alpha beavers ate them. That's what happened. The alpha beavers ate them. Oh, jeez. Okay. We want to allow corpses, but not colonist corpses. Only stranger corpses. Because our colonists get buried. Okay. As I was saying, we want to expand this fridge. Okay, Andra is on a fire-starting spree because she's a pyromaniac. And she's doing it to the cotton. Zyph, you know what to do, Zyph. You've been down this road with her before. Of all the things to set on fire, cotton is really not great. But it is manageable so far with her little outbursts here. Light that moss on fire. I really don't care. Because that's kind of in the way. It's weird. Am I able to harvest it? No, I'm not. Come on, Andra. Don't you see this? This is hopeless. I'm trying to help you through this. Will it help if I let one get a little bit bigger? You set the gun on fire? How'd you even manage that? Martin is quick. I hope she gets over this soon because she's out of commission, and as is Martin right now. The gun again? Okay, she's no longer on a fire starting spree. Go back to doing whatever you were doing so that I can go back to doing what I was doing. We want to expand this room. This drug lab's not going to need to be very big. So we're going to make the little entrance over here. Oh, wait, no, didn't mean to do that. We're going to do it. Yeah, I mean, we need a little bit of room. Because I'm not sure. There must be some other thing we're going to need in here. So let's just start out with that. That's going to basically be our fridge and freezer, possibly, for medicine. I'd like to keep it as a freezer. All right, and then this will be heal root. So whenever they can get to that, that's great. Let's call it heal root. This is going to be double strand. This is going to stay cotton. What was that? What else did we need? So we needed other little ones here. Smaller, much smaller, but little zones so that we could have little areas of growing. Okay, we're going to say this is going to be... We're getting raided by the Gooink. Raided by the Gooink when I'm in the middle of planning all of my little fields. They're just not... They're not good. They're not good people. Is it 3 people there or just 2? Is it 2 or 3? I can't really tell. Is he wearing a hat? There's 3 there. I just can't tell what they are. Well, remember, there's 3, and we only have 5 people, one of which is Martin, who only does melee. Galvin does shooting. Galvin, why don't you go grab a gun real quick? Where are you, anyway? I saw a gun over here that she was trying to set on fire. a revolver. No, there was like a machine pistol, I thought. Huh. Thought there was a machine pistol somewhere. Let's do that and see. That's cloth. Oh wait, what about the armory? What do we have in the armory? Oh, we have that that nerve spiker. We should give that to somebody who's a good shot or not a good shot. Zyph. Let's give you the nerve spiker. Galvin, grab a submachine gun. Andra, you have a bio-coated heavy submachine gun. Fluff, you have a recurve bow, which I'm not sure if you really need that. How about Fluff, you get a revolver. Wait, how fast is the recurve bow? Let's take a look at that real quick. It's like 3.1. And then the revolver is much faster than that. Like 1.9, okay. Martin, I know you're not good at shooting, but like let's get you a little bit better with shooting, because you're just constantly in a position where you can't fight well. All right, guys, everybody grab that thing. Andre, you can sleep for a few more seconds. So they're coming this way. All right, well, next thing to do is to check them. There's somebody we want to steal. Not steal, persuade to join us. None of them are unwaveringly loyal. It would say that in the bottom left. So that means they can be coerced eventually. Fur. These are the people, remember, that stole Scott, a little 9-year-old. Butts stole him. And so we have to get these people. We have to get them. Fur has some health issues, nothing too crazy. Really good at social. Is a jogger, so they're fast. Fur has forsaken physical comforts and enjoyments in favor of a simple, pure lifestyle. She will become unhappy if she has a bedroom that's too impressive. She also dislikes fancy food and prefers to eat raw. Okay, I can definitely accommodate on the not fancy bedrooms. But incapable of caring and incapable of cleaning. Can haul though, right? How much can you carry? 62? And you're fast? Alright, Fur is potential. Piob. He's a teetotaler and also a misogynist. No major health concerns. And really good at medical, 10. Intellectual is 9, but has a burning passion for medical. Plants is even 5, and that's good. And then we have Poilork, which sounds very similar to pork, just with a poil at the beginning. They're really good at social and crafting. Have a burning passion for both of those, but they're neurotic. So she'll work harder than most to attain this state of affairs where everything is squared away, but her nerves can get the better of her. So her mental break threshold is a little lower, it looks like. So that's not great. All right, well, let's see what happens. We have somebody that has an incendiary launcher, somebody with frag grenades we have to keep not clustered up, and somebody with a revolver. Everybody go grab your stuff from the armory. Martin, did you get your machine pistol? Zyph, you have a nerve spiker. Let's get you set up in a really good spot. Galvin and Fluff are doing their thing. Everybody is now activated and drafted. Maybe we'll use an emu as a distraction. All right, everybody get outside. Let's use these buildings for cover. Let's get set up. Yeah, let's get Zyph. Can he get over there pretty quickly? Galvin's got a heavy machine gun. Martin's a bad shot, so he'll just be over there. Andra can go there, and Fluff can go there. Let's see how that spread works. Zyph is getting over that way. Alright, let's check our ranges. Martin's probably just about able to shoot. It's close. Galvin. Close as well. Everybody's close. Zyph, who do I want you to target? Who is the one that we want to stun? The frag grenade person. The incendiary launcher person is definitely scary. But I want the person with frag grenades. I want you to target that person. All right, he's stunned. How about him? Okay, I see how this works. So it's a momentary stun. Let me read about it real quick. Stuns for how long does it say? Doesn't say, but it seemed to be like 2 seconds. It's hurting them, but not too bad. This one's going to die pretty quickly. So I think we keep stunning. I want Zyph to stay on this one and keep stunning him. And everybody else can do what they want over here. Okay, we got one down or dead? Dead. Zyph, keep going for that. Martin, let's get you over here. Galvin, get down here. Same thing, Andra. You'll be out from undercover, but we'll move you quickly that way. I want Andra there. Galvin, move behind that. Zyph, I'm going to pull you back. And Fluff, I want you to shoot that one. Okay, that was smart. They're behind blocks. Let's get you over there quick. You know what? No. Get Zyph back. Okay, Fluff, get in that building because that grenade's gonna blow up. This guy's going right for our animals, I think. Oh yeah, he is. Okay. Kill that guy. All right, they're fleeing. He is dead. Can we like? Do we want to try to get this person? Fluff? Oh, Fur. Sorry, Fur. Oh yeah, this is the one that we thought we might want. How do we just arrest you? I just want to arrest you. I just want to punch you actually. Let's select everybody. Turn off fire at will. Cut him off at the pass. Go here. Kind of pinch him. No, I said not to shoot. No. No. Okay, guys, listen. I want you just to melee. Ah, you killed him. All right, that's fine. Undraft. Is anybody hurt? I think Martin got hurt. He's got a gunshot. Little flesh wound. Everybody else is okay. Very good. And we have frag grenades now and 226 silver. That's a lot. It's almost double what we currently have. Okay. Well, that ended well. All right. Well, finish doing what you were doing. Back to this. Cotton. Devil Strand. We want to grow a little bit more of some other things. I guess we'll do a little bit of a... We'll do a little psychoid plant because we'll probably need it. A little smoke leaf because we'll also probably need that. Tinctoria. That's to change the dye color of things. We'll need a little bit of that. And hop plants for beer. So how do we want to make this the sizing here? I mean, I just want a little bit for Tinctoria. That's even too much. For the hops, I want more than that. Okay, let's call it hops. Tinctoria. Psychoid. And smoke leaf. We'll make those even. 4x4 for both of those. Oh, I deleted that one. There's no undo. This is smoke leaf. Okay, so we currently have in this little area here a place for Devil Strand, Cotton, Tinctoria. So we'll be able to change. So Devil Strand and Cotton are going to be our main materials to be able to make clothing and that sort of thing. Devil Strand is the ultimate that we're going to want, especially with its heat resistance and reduction factor. And we're in arid shrubland is the biome that we're in right now. Tinctoria is to change colors of things. That will help them when it comes to their mood. They all have favorite colors. Hops for beer. A little bit of beer is not going to hurt them. Psychoid for psychoid plant. We're going to need that for some sort of drug, I'm sure, at some point. So we'll have a little reserve here just in case. And smoke leaf plant for the same purpose. So in a very kind of compact way. So 16 by 16, that's 256 squares right here. We have, what is it? 6 different types of plants and in ratios that I think that we'll need. We also made a spot for heel root. And then we're working on corn and rice up here. So that's what we've accomplished for now. And we also successfully defended against a raid where Martin just got a little flesh wound, but we killed 3 raiders with no problem. And we also understand now how that nerve spiker works. We just got some visitors. They have some items to trade. But that's it for this episode. Join me next time to see what these traders have that we may want, and to continue planning out our rice fields and other farming to make sure that we're really stable, and perhaps even build a large perimeter around our entire base. I will see you then.